All right, we are back. Gonna be doing arms and shoulders today, so I'm gonna start off with some barbell shoulder press, and then we'll proceed through the day as usual. We'll get a little cable curls in there, do some dips, do some bench press, end off with a little tricep isolation. Took a much needed rest day yesterday. I was definitely feeling the 2 days in a row, but I'm feeling pretty freaking good today. I'm gonna be mindful about my thumb placement when I do my barbell press today. I found that tucking my thumbs back behind the bar really helps me pressing, so I'm gonna make sure I do that today. And what I think I'm gonna do for the next week or two with uploads, my split currently is 2 days on, rest day, 2 days on, rest day. So I'm probably going to stagger the uploads to every other day. Right now, I'm basically having to film a video and upload it the very next day, which is kind of a rushy nightmare. And if I get busy in the day or something, I don't wanna end up being up super late trying to upload a video. Just give myself like at least a 3 or 4 day buffer in case something comes up and I can't get an upload out the very next day. So yeah, so that's gonna be my plan. On top of having possibly some one-off videos that I'm going to be doing, I am almost through my notebook. It is just about a year's worth of workouts in that notebook. So I kind of want to go over everything that I've kind of learned about getting back into lifting in this first year. But that will be another video. Let's just go ahead and dive into our arms and shoulders day. Alright, dude, freaking finally got a 4th rep in that second set. That is a huge freaking milestone. I cannot believe how far I've come with my shoulder press game. Pretty freaking proud of myself for that. Let's go ahead and move into our cable curls here. Got 60 pounds on here per usual. We'll crush out 4 sets. We'll move on to dips. Well shit, there's a PR for cable curls. I did at least 1 more rep on almost every set than I've ever done before, so we're really starting off today with a bang. Let's go ahead and move into dips with leg raises. I made up a rep on our first set of dips with the leg raises, but then I lost a rep on our last set. It all evened out, ended up par for the course. Let's go ahead and move into the bench press portion of this lift. I'm gonna do a couple warm-up sets and then we'll move into 225, as many reps as possible for 2 sets. Alright, well, I was hoping to be able to get 2 sets of 6 on bench press, but I just wasn't really sure if I had that final 6th rep in me on that second set. Hey, whatever, that is just fine. That's just fine. So let's go ahead and we'll move into 1 set of cable overhead extensions, and then that will be it for today. All right, that is gonna be it for today. We actually ended up triple PRing today. Did the tripler. We PR'd in our barbell shoulder press, in our cable curls, and we PR'd in our overhead extensions at the end of the day. The tripler. Came in with the tripler today. That's pretty freaking exciting stuff. Starting off with barbell shoulder press, our first set, we still capped out at 5 reps. I fought for that 6th rep, but I just didn't quite have it yet. Was waiting for the 2nd or 3rd set to finally get 4 reps, and we got the 4 reps on our 2nd set. And then on the 3rd set came in with just the 3 reps. But even still, we are coming in with serious improvement in our shoulder press game. I have seriously come a long way to be able to get where I am right here, and we're just climbing. We're climbing. From there, moving into our cable curls, managed to get all the way to 11 reps on each side in our first set. Then the 2nd set was 10 reps, which I have done before on my 2nd set, but then the 3rd and 4th set was 9 reps apiece on each side, which is PR. That is just 3 out of 4 sets was PR, which is pretty freaking crazy. That is also an exercise that is just continually getting better as time goes on. From there into dips with the leg raise, still wasn't able to beat my PR of 25 on my first set. Only got up to 24, but we are getting back into the groove of post vacation a little bit. I was 1 rep shy on my final set, or all my sets would have matched what I was before I went on vacation. So being 1 rep off, I can't even complain about that. From there, moving into bench press, I really wanted to try and get 2 reps of 6 at 225, but I did feel like I had some explosive power going into my bench today, which felt really good. So even though the numbers matched what we did last time, I felt better. And sometimes it's not all about the number, it's about how you feel. And I definitely felt better going into bench in our arms and shoulders day, where I chuck it in kind of at the end after I'm already exhausted. It felt good. So I'll take that as a win. And then ending off on our overhead extensions, 12 reps. 12 freaking reps. That is pretty freaking good. I've only ever managed to be able to do 11, and I got 12, and I almost was able to fight for a 13th. So that is something where if things keep going well like that, I'm gonna end up having to go up and weight, or just keep repping them out. Either way, progress. We're making progress. One thing today that we actually ended up not doing as well on was time today. A little bit of a longer day in comparison. Today we ended off with a total time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 28 seconds, which is a bit of a longer day. The arms and shoulders day I did before I left for vacation was 55 minutes. So I'm 12 minutes longer than I was on that day. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but I did perform really well today. So if it just takes a little bit more rest to be able to do what I'm doing, then I guess so be it. But next time we will try and bring her down a little bit. It eventually gets to the point where I'm just exhausted and I'm pushing myself too far and I'm not really gaining anything in the end if I let it drag on for too long. So something to keep in mind for next time. Try to make it a little bit more snappy. Other than that, I really cannot complain. I did mean to weigh myself this morning, considering today would mark a full week, 7 days that we have been back from vacation. And I meant to weigh myself and see how I'm doing, but I can already tell just by looking at myself that I'm definitely slimming back down already. I feel like a lot of that junk weight has already left the building, but I will make sure to weigh myself tomorrow morning and give an update on how that is in tomorrow's session. Speaking of tomorrow's session, like I was saying before we really got into things today, I am going to be staggering my uploads a little bit just to try and give myself a few days of a buffer zone between when I film a video and when it is released, just so I'm not cramming to release uploads. It just makes things a little bit more relaxed for me. And I had a 9-day buffer before, which I don't need that much of a buffer, but at least 3 to 5 days would be really great. So I will be coming out here tomorrow to do legs, but I will probably release that video the day after tomorrow. So yeah, so all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. There's still a little bit of sunlight left out there, so I'm gonna go out on a nice cool down walk. And yeah, like I said, I will be back out here tomorrow with legs.